It's your boy Crypto Millie back with another one. Now, just ignoring the news aspect and specifically paying attention to the price action, right? Let's say Bitcoin, Total 3, or even specific stocks in the stock market, right? It's important to note that we must hold these moving averages, guys. I can't stress this enough. Bitcoin really needs to hold above this trend, which is about 84,000, right? The same could be said, and you can, like I said, you can apply this analysis to the total three, to the total cryptocurrency market cap, and even some stocks out there in the stock market that need to stay above bull market support, right? And this is an important week. I would argue that we need to stay above the 21-day EMA, which is 92,000. Now, news did come out that we had a negative reading on the GDP, and this is why we're getting such an influx of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I'm pretty sure if I go to the fear and greed index, it probably has went a little bit lower because of these recession fears, right? You got J.P. Morgan, you got these entities, BlackRock even anticipating that we do enter a recession. The funny thing is, I seen a video of the CEO of Ford saying the tariffs are actually good for the economy. So the reason why I said ignoring the news aspect, because the video I made earlier, a lot of people probably are looking like, oh my God, here we go again with the news. It's messing up the market. At the end of the day, BTC needs to, Sunday, right, close above, in my opinion, above 92, right? 92 right now is as far as the 21-day EMA. But if it doesn't, at least stay above this trend line here, right? You don't want to dip inside it. I wouldn't say head it down here to retest it as bad, because you always get these retests of trend lines and moving averages on any type of TA that you do on any type of asset. Now, on the flip side here, the volume is dying out, right? And this is my argument, man. This is my argument why it's hard for me to really get on board that we're about to just head straight into this raging altcoin season, because we've been fighting the Fed for the last 2 years, right? And they have not showed any sign that they're specifically ready to even do a Fed cut. We've been getting these pauses. In fact, there's a 6% chance as of now that we get a pause. And you don't think Jay Powell knows what's going on? He sees what's going on with the economy. Trump just came out and said China is hurting, so there's still tension as far as trade wars before China. So pay it like this week. This is what I said last week, that this week was important. I also stated that I wouldn't be surprised if Trump comes out, Jay Powell comes out, or any type of news comes out that can kind of halt that momentum that we are having, right? This doesn't mean that we're just going to go straight into a bear market either. The market literally could go either or, but from a technical standpoint, we need to close above this moving average. We just go here to the total cryptocurrency market cap. You can see we're not even above the 25-day EMA. We did get that buy signal here, and you can kind of see the slight rejection at the 21-day EMA here, right? 21-day EMA rejection, right? These are this important moving average that we need to get over, or at the end of the day, we can still be in this downtrend here as far as the totality of the cryptocurrency market. So just pay attention to these trend lines, man. We need to stay above these trend lines. We need to stay above this trend line as well and start printing some confirmation candles. So this week is extremely important. And I kind of figured we was going to get a little bit of a correction in the next few days because of the lack of volume and the fact that we were headed into resistance. Now, I don't think that this correction is bad. On the positive, it gives it a chance to sweep and pick up new buyers, because there are a lot of people who wanted to buy the dip 2 weeks ago but couldn't buy the dip. So they're actually waiting for this correction, anticipating that this is just a correction to sweep some new buyers and a continuation of that next leg up, guys. So it is what it is, right? It is what it is, right? But ignoring the news and just paying attention to things from a TA perspective, there's a lot of opportunity here, right? Right now, my major play in the market, I would say, is Tau, right? I'm doing a lot of things here with D Tau, right? I'm doing a lot of things with D Tau. I've, talked about many of subnets, guys. So, keep that in mind that when Tau price corrects, the subnets go up, right? And when the subnets go, and when Tau price goes up, normally you see the subnets correct. So their flywheel is actually inverse. And I think that this is a good thing because it gives you an opportunity to DCA into your subnets when Tau price is increasing. So you take a little bit of those profits you make into Tau, not financial advice, and you come put it into some of these really, really good subnets. My favorite subnets is gradients. It has did like a 30% correction, and it's already starting to bounce back. It's up 30% on the day, right? And I've done a few articles and also visuals for you guys on my X page and a Patreon specifically about Subnet 56, which is gradient. So just understanding that you don't only earn from the multipliers from your subnets, but you also earn APY from just holding this as if you were staking, right? So the cool thing about it is the projects that award you the most in emissions are usually the ones that are performing the best. So you can really pay attention to some of the emissions. I like going through the emissions and actually finding the undervalued projects, right? The ones that are severely undervalued here. So for example, I want something that has a high amount of emissions but a low market cap. So the first thing that kind of pops out to me as far as, low market cap, high emissions is Subnet 85, which is Video. It's coming in at a $1 million market cap. This thing has been flying all week, by the way. $1 million market cap, and it's coming in with 1.4% in emissions, right? So when you compare it to some of the projects ahead, or look at the market caps of some of the projects in front of it, it's a no-brainer, right? So just paying attention to these emissions and understanding how you actually earn passive income and earn through multipliers with the Tau ecosystem. Love the inverse flywheel. So as you know, it's been one of the strongest tokens in the market. Normally, whenever we get a dip or some type of correction, Tau has been one of the strongest tokens. I would argue that it's the number one AI token in this space right now. If you looking for, I mean, these guys are spending almost $100,000 just to mint a token within the ecosystem. So nobody's gonna like spend all that money, right? It's $2 to create it. If you want to make a LARP, you can just go to pump.fund and spend $2 and create a fake AI coin. Like these guys mean business. It costs $100,000 at the time of this video, or even more, to even create a subnet with our ecosystem. And in order for that subnet to continue to be sustainable, the subnet gets incentivized for building. So if you're not building, Tau's ecosystem won't incentivize you. So that's why you'll see some subnets die off, because there has no demand. Demand plays a part. Building and executing and really delivering plays a part if you want to have success with your subnet. So that's pretty much what I got for you guys. We'll continue to monitor the economic slowdown, right? This Q1 was ugly, man. Services and manufacturing PMIs are slowing, inflation is slowing, which is good, but the consumer sentiment is at a 2.5-year low, and most importantly, retail spending is slowing. And retail spending is slowing. That means people are not buying crypto. They're only paying for the things that's needed, right? They're not interested in risk on assets, let alone cryptocurrency, right? It's a lot of more things outside it, IRL, in real life, that's far more important than cryptocurrency, right? So we'll continue to monitor that. Like I said, if you want exclusive content, be sure to check out the Patreon. You can also utilize my link in the description and buy Tau on crypto.com and earn 25 to 50 bucks for your first purchase on crypto.com. So if you like tokens like Tau, Jasmine, ZBCN, use my referral link. Will be in the description, and you can grab those on crypto.com. Of course, guys, not financial advice. Have to double up on the videos, man. Let me know what you think about the current sentiment of the market. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.